Next, we'll look at what to do when they start to look to backstep. So let's go from the foot on the hip style single legs first, okay? So the backstep would be he peels my leg off and he starts to drop his knee and backstep. He wants to get off and then start to pass. Looking from this side, peel this off. He starts to drop his knee and then he can backstep and get off my hook. Okay. Ideally, I actually track his backstep with a hook, all right? So as he's peeled this off and he goes to backstep, if I get this, right, this hook, he keeps backstepping, I basically will be able to follow him, potentially even as a sweep, or at least to the point where he gains his base again. Come back up. But I'm right in position to get back to single leg X. Someone with a good backstep will often jam your shin into their own leg like this, okay? So I've lost my top leg because he's peeled this off. Right. Obviously, if you get your, go back. If I do get my left foot here, he can't backstep, okay? So he can't backstep while that's on. He's peeled this off, he's jammed this. Okay, here I tend to push on the hip, okay? So I don't want to let him sit low, okay? So he's jammed my leg, he peeled off. I don't want to let him drop his hips low, because now if he backsteps off this, right, look where his hips are. This is very hard to recover from. We do exactly the same thing. He's going to backstep off to the side. He peels off. I keep his hips straight, like my arm straight on his hip. He can't drop them any lower. He backsteps. Okay. And I can keep his hip away, right? So he tries to pass off this. That's quite difficult. Okay. I can usually then just use my left foot on the mat, scoot under until I get that hook, and I can come back into a single X again. So all the time they have to move quite fast because you got to get your legs back, you know. So they have to step off very quickly, and they'll often give you by punching their hip out, you'll get the sweep. Okay. Hold the hip. I'm picking up the leg. I can try to come here, or at least as he goes to backstep, I get a chance to scoot back under and into single legs. All right, so then there's just like they've started to shift their weight back. Okay, so he's like dropped his knee, peeled my foot off, and he's just weight's starting to come back here. Often from here, I'll try to off balance backwards by keeping my shin hooked like this, right? And using my left foot to step on the back of ideally the back of the heel here, okay? So as he tries to keep his base and I push, he has to balance a bit taller and I can scoot back underneath. So again, when they start to settle their weight that way, we want it to like kick forward, get their hands to the mat, but sometimes he's peeled that off, he starts to drop his weight and he's moving back. See, I've already looked with my left foot to meet the back of his Achilles, right? It's definitely a bit of a looser position, but this is when they're just too far out, okay? So you're trying to stay heavy, like stay where you are, keep your base. I can't take you out this way. I'm gonna push, step with my left foot and push with my shin as well. Okay, I forced him to post. I could try to come back in on a straight ankle lock here, okay? Or I could try to scoot underneath and hook and bring his weight out the other side.